Binance is the largest crypto exchange in the world. And in fact, Binance, just 3 years old, and is already worth $15 billion, which is amazing. So I have with me Helen, hi, also Jared Wynn, to talk about the Binance Charity Foundation. So Helen, tell me a little bit about yourself, and then why are you a part of the Binance Charity Foundation?
I'm currently heading the Binance Charity Foundation. At the same time, I'm still a United Nations Goodwill Ambassador to promote industrialization in Africa.
Okay, all right. And then Jared, tell me a little bit about your involvement in this as well.
So I'm helping Binance with their United States exposure. Currently, a lot of their efforts in the philanthropic space have been in Uganda and Africa, and I'm helping them bring a little bit more of that to some of the needs in the United States specifically. Okay. So partnering with different charities as well as doing disaster relief campaigns and things of that nature.
And I would think that Binance would be in a unique position because crypto opens up kind of a whole new world for charity, and in terms of tokenization and the more democratic process of having people own assets and that. So I guess that is a perfect fit for Binance to be able to be involved in this.
Definitely. I think maybe talk about a little bit of history. I think what is the biggest problem for this century? I think one of the biggest challenges is currently 1% of the population holding 90% of the global wealth. We need to do something at the beginning of the fourth industrial revolution. Technology should work for people after all. So we believe there's a use of blockchain technology actually to support the bottom billion people for their economic transformation. And we are very proud we're actually being an industry shaper and also entrepreneur at the same time, exploring the real use, in the continent of Africa. And like Jared said, we also this year coming forward, we want to spread the successful example across the global other continents.
Mm-hmm. So talk to me a little bit, like specifically, what is Binance doing to help prop up some of the populations that aren't taking advantage of the wealth creation?
Okay, maybe give you a little bit context. Post-Second World War, since 1960 to 2008, globally, there's about 200 developing economies. But when we look at what happened, in that period of time, there's only 2 economies actually moved from low income status to higher income status. That is South Korea and Taiwan. China likely to be the third one by 2025. And out of those 200 developing economies, only 13 of them moved from middle income status to higher income status. Out of those 13, 8 of them are in Europe. The original GDP gap is small. The other 5 are the Asia for tigers. So basically, when we look at that period, the huge economic transformation happened in Asia. In the 60s, people thought Asia is a hopeless continent. Africa has a much better chance for economic transformation. So the secret of Asia's rising, because during the second industrial revolution, they were able to take that golden opportunity, which is manufacturing. They were able to create millions of jobs for the people in the bottom of the pyramid. That is just start of those countries' economic transformation. And then we look at what happened for the third industrial revolution, which is internet-based. People in here, in the States and in Europe, in Asia, were celebrating the technological advancement. But the world didn't become a better place. As I mentioned, if I look at the figure, 1% of the population holding 90% of the global wealth. So now, as a new generation, we need to do something, about the technology. That is why we realize blockchain and crypto, this is a way, I would say, redefine capitalism.
Exactly. Jared, talk a little bit about the U.S. and what's happening here.
Sure, absolutely. So what we run into when it comes to any area of opportunity is when there's something great, there's corruption that follows behind it.
Sure.
And so today, if we donate to charity, I'm not going to name any charities, but if we donate $100 to a charity, it's anticipated that about $20 of that actually reaches the end beneficiary. So Binance Charity is privately funded by Binance, the company itself, in which any donations that are surfaced or any donations that are made through the platform, 100% of it is given to the end beneficiary through transparency and through trackability. And the trust mechanism is really what is built into blockchain. As soon as you eliminate the random variable of human behavior, you don't have to worry about trusting an entity with those funds. So what we're doing now with the United States is blockchain has so many different negative things about it. Bitcoin, people hear the things that they're afraid of, right. People losing their homes. Immediately that strikes your heart and you're like, wow, that's horrible. And people are gonna remember how things make them feel. And what we're doing in the United States is we're creating a mission. We want to be the crypto community. We want to drive the crypto community to donate towards these causes in the United States, whether that be homelessness, whether it be the opioid crisis, whether it be even a special subject such as the Gleason Foundation or anything of that. We want to kind of align the crypto community and be one of the largest supporters of that. And I feel that that type of publicity is exactly what blockchain needs.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Jared and Helen, for coming in.
Thank you.
It's our great
Amazing
pleasure.
content you're doing. So, and
Thank
thank
you.
you as well for joining us. We'll be right back.